This is a microphone review. Oh my god. Alright, so I already kind of messed up the whole beginning there. But we were reviewing the Maono pd100x. And I've been playing with it for a little while. I did mean to make a video beforehand. It just kept coming out terrible, and I kept messing it up. And I think the last one, the audio was just quiet, so I didn't like that. So I've been messing with audio stuff for this, and hopefully it's not as bad. You might hear some tinglings. You hear that? Yeah. Hear that? Here. It's me moving my XLR cord. But currently, we are on USB. And this is a neat little guy. Let's flop over. Okay. All right. So this is a neat little guy here. This is a USB XLR microphone, and it works in a few variety of ways. It has an XLR port on the back here. Thanks, camera. And it has a USB interface here. The USB makes the light go like that, and it has a gain and volume knob, so you can increase the volume of the microphone, and then if you hit a little button that's back here, okay, you can increase the gain of the microphone, volume of the microphone if you plug in the headphones over here. Sorry. The button swaps between, so there's 2 different colors that swaps. Okay, I forgot you're supposed to hold the button. If you press it, the colors just shift. Yeah. Well, now this sucks. I don't know how to get back. There we go. So if you hold the button for like 2 seconds, it like swaps over, so you can change these. So we hold it. Make it. Maybe. I don't know. No, I don't know. I feel like an idiot. I think it's just flashing. Anyways, there's also a mute button. It's a little touch mute, so I can keep talking and, hear me. And now I believe you should be able to hear me. Going. Press it again. Now you should be able to hear me. It's pretty interesting. Interesting little guy. I got it on Amazon. It was on sale for 40. So, yeah, it was on sale for 40. Pretty cool. I don't hate it. The USB sound of it is just kind of like, I don't know, it's not my favorite. So we're going to shut down the music. I don't know why I still got that going. Apologies. Actually, I'm going to keep rolling with the music, but shut it down for you. You don't hear it now. You're welcome. So now you can just hear how the microphone sounds, whereas, is what it is. But this is the microphone on USB, and I mean, probably hearing all the noise. It does pick up a lot of noise. I do have some filters on here. It's not raw. Just to kind of like tone down some of the noises that were present in there. I can go through real quick and remove the filters here. Alright, so now there's no filters. This is an unfiltered microphone. I don't know how loud it is. I'm not really sure. Let me see if I can hear myself on the loudness here. So, yeah, it's pretty good. But that essentially is this on USB mode, and it's sensitive when you, like, it's a dynamic microphone, so you're talking into the top end, and I'm attempting to stay a good distance away, kind of like a good distance. But if you get really close to it, it definitely accentuates a lot of things that might be wrong with the microphone. So preferably now I like to get really close to my microphones. I don't know why. I just enjoy getting very close to the microphones. And this also might look very silly. I look goofy like this right now. I don't know what I'm doing, but I like to get really close to my microphones. So I'm going to swap over to my normal microphone, so you know how it sounds. I will put the filters back on so we can swap in between all these little microphones. So give me a second. Okay, now we're going to start swapping in between microphones. So currently we are on the XLR version, or not the XLR, the USB version of the Maono pd100x. And now now we are on my normal microphone. This is a Rode Procaster. I usually talk to it like about this far, and oftentimes I'm just right on top of it, especially when I'm streaming. I get like really close to it, just kind of like not thinking and not really paying attention to many things, but is essentially how I work with these microphones. We are still on XLR, or not XLR. Oh my god, I don't know what it is. I can't stop saying XLR. We are on the USB version, but if I swap over, now we should be on the XLR version. Now I had to finagle this because it was new to me, and hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. Hopefully it's not quiet. I feel like I got it up to at least as close as I can get with loudness with this one. So with XLR version, this is me when I get really close to it. Now, if you only have the XLR plugged in and not the USB plugged in, you will not have lights. Right, the fancy lights are gone. Okay, just so you know. If you want the RGB, I do like the RGB effect. There is another microphone out there that does the same thing. There's a few microphones that do it. All USB microphones. So if you want something like that, you have to get a USB microphone, unfortunately. Now I will say on XLR version, there is a little less noise. Oftentimes, I do have to kind of like hold the cable because it's a long XLR cable. But when you have it on XLR mode, it does tend to not be so loud. I had to kind of like amp up the audio, oddly enough. But oftentimes dynamic microphones do take more audio, and you need to use phantom power for them and everything. But even with all that, still kind of had to amp it up. I don't know what it is. Maybe I messed up, and what you're hearing is just terrible. So, let's swap to USB mode. Now, USB mode, I feel like you hear a lot more. I did put the filters back on, but I feel like you hear a lot more of the noise and a lot more room noise. I'm not sure if that's just the product of it being in USB mode. I do not have the Maono software. I'm not downloading the Maono software, so I'm not going to take advantage completely of what this has. If you want, you can get the Maono software. It has a lot of features in it that can be helpful. But also at the same time, I just do a lot in OBS itself. It's not perfect, but I do have like VST plugins and things like that I can work with it. I will put one VST plugin on this one, Marvel GEQ, and I like the sound it provides for me, especially with this microphone. So I just applied it on the USB version of this microphone. I'm not sure how it sounds. Hopefully it sounds good. I'm not going to go through and listen to it. I want to be as surprised as you when I hear it, to see how it sounds. I'm going to apply it to the XLR version of this and see if it does anything different. But currently, USB mode, I have VST plugin, I have compression, I have a limiter so it's not as loud, and let me get really close to it. It's still kind of like peaking. Alright, I dropped the limiter down a little bit. Maybe it's not peaking, maybe it's just me, but either way. So USB mode, XLR mode. This is the XLR version. This is how it's sounding in XLR mode. This is how it's sounding in XLR mode with the VST plugin. It also has compressor, limiter. The USB version, I do have a compressor, limiter. I do have a noise gate on it, and a plugin for just to, like a de-esser, just to get rid of, because I tend to have S's that are kind of like annoying in a way. So just so you can hear the differences between, this is a $40 microphone with XLR and USB compatibility. This is like a $250 microphone. I bought it for, because it sounds good with music. I bought it for all these different things. So it was an investment that I made for a variety of reasons, more so than just content creation and streaming. And I just blanked out. So this is a sound that you would essentially get for like $250 or so. I did have to buy like a kind of like an amplifier for it. I probably didn't need it, honestly, but if you want, you can get more sound out of it, I guess, in some sense of the word. I'm not really sure, but that's what this is getting me. And then, sorry, getting like, you know. So now we're just back in that USB mode. So that is essentially as much as I can show about the Maono pd100x. If you enjoyed it, if you like it, go for it. It's about $40. There is the Fifine AM8, which a lot of people enjoy. I haven't tried it. Maybe if I get big enough, I can ask Fifine to send it to me. I'm not buying any more microphones. I'm over this microphone train. I have to kind of like huddle up, because desk stand. So one of the things, let me swap over to XLR mode just to take advantage of the fact that I plugged this thing in. I do use this microphone as a kind of like extra desktop microphone for when I play PC games. I play them on my gaming laptop, and when I do that and I want to like do voice chat or something, I have to plug this in now, which I do enjoy. It's much easier to deal with a lot of that stuff. Now, what I can say about this, I use the microphone for gaming when playing PC games. That's the gist. Okay, let's go to here. So the XLR cable has so much heft. Now, if I can show you, hopefully, allow me to hold this in my hand. Okay. Now I'm gonna hold the XLR cable, and then just kind of like slowly let it. I'm sucking at this. I'm doing so bad. Working. I'm not doing this correctly. We'll sit down on the desk, and it's just drop. I got the XLR cable. I'm going to hand up. Okay. Drop it. It's just. Either way, you get the point. Okay. It's a light microphone. I was trying to show, because when I was setting this thing up, the XLR cable is just kind of like it's a chunky XLR cable. This is all the extra of it, okay? and it's pretty freaking chunk. So that is just pulling down on this, and it's just turning like it's just I can't. It's just tugging. It's tugging. I'm probably making too much noise. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Please, streaming a lot more on YouTube. A lot of my game series and stuff like that will probably just be through streams, and I might chop it up, put it in a YouTube video. Other than that, I'm streaming on Kick now because I enjoy the restarting of my life of content creation and streaming. It's super fun. And yeah, just come chill, hang out. I do like videos, streaming, So the gist of this entire section that seemingly just has no volume is please like and sub. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, peace, bye, have fun.